Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to be making an API call in Flutter, and today the API we are going to be using is a news API. So if I Google news API, the first result newsapi.org is the API I'm going to be using. So you have different APIs, and this one here is all articles about Tesla from the last month sorted by recent first. So I think this actually looks like a good API I want to query. So to be able to make an API call, you need to know what the JSON data looks like before you actually make an API call. And this here is what the JSON data looks like. But if you're not comfortable with what it looks like here, you should actually try doing this. You just take the API link and you do this, and it's actually going to print. So I actually have this package that does this for me. The name of the package is JSON formatter. So if you need it, you just Google JSON formatter on your browser, and you should see it that is actually available here. This is it here. See, I'm on Chrome, so this JSON formatter here is the package I need. So if you click on it, it actually asks you if you want to add this extension, and you tell it yes, and it's actually going to install it. But I already have this extension, so I don't need to install it again. So what I have, the option I have here is to remove it, so I'm not removing it because I need it. So if you get the package, it actually does this for you, where it actually organizes the JSON data into something that is readable. Because if I remove it and put it in raw, this is what you're going to be seeing. This is too much text for your eye to actually process. So this here looks easy on the eye, and it's actually something you can actually look at and be like, okay, yeah, you want to work with this. So the next thing we want to do is convert this JSON data we have here into we want to convert it to that object. And now there are many ways you can actually achieve this, but because for the sake of this course and not wanting to confuse you guys further with other things that I feel will not be necessary now, I will just do this. I will do a Control A and a Control C to copy everything from here, and I'll come here and I'll Control A again and paste everything here and call it news articles. So this is where you actually see generated model class. So you see that it generates this news articles. It shows you this dot status, this dot local results, this dot articles, and these are the actual variable names. This is the constructor, this is the named constructor, and this is the to JSON method. This is the second class, because these articles here, this particular article actually inside here is this. So it needs its own class, and it actually gets the class with bunch of variables. And this is the constructor, this is the named constructor, and this is the to JSON method, and also this source here. It needed its own class and it got it, and the source has a this dot is an ID of string and a name, and also its own to JSON method and its own named constructor. So if you since you're going to be needing it, you can just copy this code and it's going to tell you you've copied it. But we already have this in our model class. So if I go here, here, this is the model class. So you can just paste it here and use it as your model class, or you could also opt to use this JSON to that, which actually converts. It does the same thing. So if I do Control A, Control C, and I come down here and I paste this, I will just have to give it a name. So I say news articles, and I tell it to generate that, and it generates it for me. But I will let you know that the code this generator and the code this generator are slightly different to an extent. So if you look here, you see that we have factory article dot from JSON for the named constructor, But here you see that we don't have the factory again, we just have articles.from.json. And also notice that here we have an arrow before article, but here we just have a curly brace, then every other thing that is inside here. And the toJSON method, we have final map string data is equal to this, and we have this if check to check if the source is null or not, and what to do if the source is not null. Then here we have something different. We just have source.json, author, and things like that. So the way they generate code is different, but the two model classes work. You just have to know what you're doing to be able to use them. And I've already done a video on model classes to actually like show you what the model class is and tell you what the model class actually like does. So here we have the news articles, and we have list article, and this list article here just tells us that, okay, so if you look here, we see that here this is actually how you indicate a list. So articles is a list. So when this program actually like was converting this, it noticed this is a list, so it made it a list of articles, making it a that object list of articles and not just a JSON list of articles. So what we then have now is we have this here list article. So essentially it does the first creates the first class, the first model class, then it creates the next class with its own model, the second model class, and creates the third model class, just as many as it needs, because it has to break down everything. So this source and this article, just everything, every essential thing that you just need is going to get it for you. So you don't need to worry about how the JSON is actually being organized. You just need to pass it into this place so that it actually generates proper, just to convert it to proper dat object for you, so that you can actually like use it in your dat code, because it's that you're going to be working with, not the JavaScript that is actually being served to you. So I think this is actually enough to explain how to generate your model classes. And I think in the next video we're going to go to adding a package and actually making the API call, or walking you through the video on how to walking you through the code on how to make a proper API call. So I'll see you guys in the next video.